Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Smart Contact Crypto, where smart people come to contact crypto. My name's Jonathan, and boy, oh boy, do we have a story for you today. And by a story, I mean 5 stories, because this is going to be my 5 things video, and a lot has been going on, and it's so hard. I wrote more than 5 stories, and then I'd write 5, then I'd find a better story, and then you got to choose stories. But let's dive right in. So I'm going to do a quick market watch. We got Bitcoin at 38,000. It's been a bloodbath. It's been a bloodbath of the past few days. Ethereum's down to 2,700. Luna, we got at $79. So steep correction there. I do want to mention UST, their stablecoin, it made it to the top 10 this week. So that's kind of exciting for Luna and the DeFi space in general. I've got more information on stablecoins coming on later in this video. It's probably going to be the first place you can find it, because I haven't seen it anywhere on any of the videos. And as you know, I do watch a lot of crypto videos, do a lot of crypto learning, and that's why I like to impart what I've learned from my own independent research, as well as from the wealth of research I get from all the channels. I try to pick and choose and get the best information to you. So let's get right in here again. So the first one is going to be just a celebrity mashup, but mainly it's going to be about Elon Musk. So Elon Musk and Johnny Depp. No, it's poor Johnny. But Elon Musk is going to be buying Twitter, most likely. So just a quick recap. Basically, he came in, made a kind of offer. He bought in. First, started buying a bunch of Twitter stock. He bought 9% of Twitter stock, and then Twitter offered him a board seat. He declined it, and then he said he's going to buy it, a hostile takeover. They tried to do a poison pill, which is a thing that corporations can do to try to prevent a hostile takeover. It didn't work. By law, they actually have to go through with the deal, because unless they can prove somehow to their shareholders that they're going to increase their profits within the next quarter, within the next 3 months, then they have to do what's most profitable. It's a law. And so they were pretty much legally forced to sell to Elon Musk, because the market's kind of going down. And some things that we're worried about is how he's going to come up with the money, because most of his money, I assume, is in Tesla stock. And market's going down. We are officially in a bear market. I mean, and so let's but I'm going to go more into that too. Bear market doesn't mean crypto winter. And so yeah, and at this point it looks like he is going to go through with the deal, selling the shares at like $54.20 each to all the Twitter shareholders. And so that's definitely a very exciting thing for some people, for others not. You can watch my other Elon Musk video. He made some weird tweets to the president of Bolivia saying that we would do a coup there. And also, he says he's super pro-free speech, but there's several incidences of him going to extreme lengths to get people fired for saying anything bad about him or his companies. So definitely some things to kind of worry about there. And now this I saw on the Young Turks the other day, and it really was kind of weird. So in a single day, earlier in the week, in one single day, some prominent people on the left lost a ridiculous amount of followers, and some prominent people on the right gained a significant amount of followers. So we had people like Trump Jr., DeSantis, and Matt Gaetz all getting tens of thousands more subscribers in a single day. And tens of thousands. And then at the same time, we had Rachel Maddow, AOC, Kamala, and Obama. They all lost tens of thousands. In Obama's case, 300,000 in a single day. And so something's up there. I don't know if it's Elon Musk. I don't know if it has to do with bots. At this point, I would just be speculating. So I really don't know, but it's something to keep an eye on. Something's going on. I don't know if it's bots, reverse bots. I really don't know. I don't know if it's somebody being nefarious, if it's a glitch. Really no idea. But let's get back to Johnny Depp. So Elon Musk dated Amber Heard right after Johnny Depp did. Johnny Depp right now is taking Heard to court for defamation, and it looks like he's going to win because it looks like she lied about pretty much everything that he did to her. And so, you know, yeah, there's a lot of things we need to fight for when it comes to women's rights. It's much more common, but it's important not to get wrapped up in, you know, over aggressive feminism to where you're taking, you're not even acknowledging the rights of men whenever they are the ones that are being abused. And so that's my 2 cents on that one. I gotta be on Team Johnny. And so, but yeah, Elon Musk hooked up with her too, so I don't know what's going on with that. All right. Oh yeah, and then another thing. So once he gets, let's say the deal does go through, what are they going to do with all that money, all the Twitter holders? I mean, they can't spend it on Twitter, obviously. Is it going to go to Meta? Is it going to go to, aka Facebook? Is it going to go to crypto? I certainly hope so. All right. Now for story number 2, I am going to be talking to you about Jasmy once again. Jasmy is the coin I talked about on day 1 of this channel back in February, and boy, oh boy, has it just continued to get famous. I've been talking about it way before that when like literally no one was talking about it. And so yeah, we got some Jasmy news. And it's also tied into several other cryptocurrencies, mainly Vechain. So Vechain teams up with Alchemy Pay. So those are the 2 other like really big ones to hear in this whole story, but there's 8 others. Have teamed up to where you can make payments and boost the utility of the VET token. And so these tokens are going to be bridged to the BNB chain, and they include the Sandbox, Ape Coin, which I've got more on here soon, Jasmy, our beloved Jasmy, Decentraland, Constitution DAO, a movie block, and Looks Rare, as well as Dogelon Mars, also known as Elon. Meme coin, known of Elon. And so, yes, that's another boost for Jasmy. Again, Jasmy is that, privatizing your data in the Internet of Things blockchain system. Right now, it's one of the only coins that's up. I mean, it's still under 2 pennies, still definitely a good buy, but I was, looking at, whenever I do these videos, I do all kinds of research, looking at CoinMarketCap and the such, and it was up. It was one of the few that are in the green right now, unlike Ape. I'm going to talk about it in my next thing, so we'll hold off on that one. And about these coins, I know I've recently talked about Movie Block. Maybe they're going to end up having something to do with the Netflix deal. I don't know. So I'm probably going to start picking up some Movie Block again here pretty soon. I actually sold some of my Mines of Delarnia. You might have seen it did a 2x. It went up 100%. And literally like a day before that, I sold a third of it. But I used that money to buy Elon a couple days ago, and that really hasn't gone down much. So it's basically staying where it is from when I bought it. And then, so yeah, anytime I sell something, it goes up. So I got to sacrifice myself for everyone else. It's painful to be me. That's why I make the videos. The overwhelming power I have. So, I've also owned Sandbox and Mana in the past, but I sold out of them for profits. Good old sand. All right, so that's going to be my little wrap up on Jasmy. Still a good buy. I think it's going to be like maybe my channel's coin. Like I started watching Lark Davis because he was talking about Polygon, last year, and I was pretty much tuning in for a while just to see him talk about Polygon. Maybe I'm going to be your Jasmy guy. I mean, I've been talking about it since day 1. And I did a video on it. I'm going to keep you up to date. This is, so let's now move on to number 3. It's going to be kind of my general take on NFTs, kind of what's going on with Ape, the Ape token. And so that's it. So, so the Ape coin has been going up like crazy. It is, and I've talked about it on previous streams, but basically if you bought the NFT Bored Ape or Mutant Ape, then you were airdropped either 10,000 or 3,000 Ape Coins respectively. So, the rich becoming richer. The average price of a Bored Ape is $500,000. So if you had one of those, you got airdropped 10,000 $20 bills. And it got it much higher than that. I bought in at 8, I sold at 14, so it was a nice little profit. It went up to well above 20, like above 25, in anticipation for their upcoming land sale. And when I say upcoming, I mean it was upcoming. Today is Saturday night, it has happened, and Ape has faced a steep correction. Last time I checked, it was down 25% in an hour. And so I do think that there is a future for Ape. I don't think this is the end of Ape, but we're seeing a correction right now. Maybe look for a time to buy in. I was waiting for 8 before, it never came. It went down to 9. So just keep that in mind. And then my NFTs, I'm a member of the Camel Club, which is a CNFT. I like their community. I go to their Discord. They seem like a good people with good ideas. A lot of activation going on there. And so I got and also Camel CA with Cardano CA. It just makes sense. And I also got another one that was just a picture that I liked of Charles Hoskinson riding, what was his name? Falcor from the Never-Ending Story, that white luck dragon. So yeah, he was riding the luck dragon. I decided to get that Cardano NFT, and then I got 2 NFTs on the FX app, a Red Panda and what's the other one? Rat Bastard. And then of course my BNB ones, which I use for Thetan Arena. And now you can, by the way, on Thetan Arena, now you can stake your characters and then a year later get THG for it. THG, another one I'm mainly bullish on, the Thetan Gem coin. Let's see, did I have anything else about that? So, people are just getting really crazy about NFTs. A lot of people are making a lot of money with NFTs. To my understanding, it's mostly on Ethereum, and you got to be willing to spend a lot of Ethereum to make these speculative plays. So just be careful. I mean, I was trying to get on that Steppen app for a bit. I might have dished out, a few $100s for for their NFT shoe that you need to get money, but I ended up giving up on it. I'm sure it's going to die off pretty soon here because it's just not, in my view, it's not a sustainable project. So it was really cool if you got in on it and got to make a bunch of money walking around. But this isn't about Steppen, but that is an NFT that had utility. And so look for, if you can somehow figure out which NFTs are going to have utility. It could be very, very lucrative, and it doesn't look like this trend is going anywhere. It could just be the beginning. Just like Axie definitely wasn't the end of crypto gaming. And so maybe this is just the beginning of NFT DAOs blowing up. And so now let's move on to thing number 4. Oh, and this is I've already been going on 13 minutes. This one itself should be 13 minutes. This is a fascinating story. It just broke today. None of the other crypto channels have talked about it. And I don't even know if they really will or if they'll fully understand. And so that's why I am here. I am here to share this with you. So, 2 senators, this is from a Yahoo article. Of course, all of the articles are going to be in the link below and the description below to all of the resources. I don't pull any of this just, out of my butt. And so now, and yeah, now I have sound effects now. Anytime I'm about to say but, I do a ding. But no. Let's get back to this. 2 senators detail new crypto legislation to create tax exemption for capital gains. No capital gains on crypto, but what? The right won't get along with it, right? Or the left won't get along with it. This is bipartisan. This is 2 major senators. The senator What's her name? Kirsten Gillibrand from New York, who I'm somewhat familiar with because you may or may not know, but I watch the Democratic primaries like a hawk. I mean, this constantly, all day, every day. Democratic primaries, Democratic primaries, Democratic primaries. And she did run for president. The good things about her, so at the beginning for the first debate, literally every single candidate except Biden said they were pro-Medicare for all, and then literally every single one except four maintained that position. And Bernie was the only one that lasted, just like Biden was the only one that lasted. But Kirsten Gillibrand actually did hold on to the belief in Medicare for all, if I remember correctly. But she flip-flopped on pretty much everything else. And so she just kind of had that wishy-washy flip-flopper. And she ended up dropping out. She's like, I'm doing pretty well and everything else. I'm just gonna drop out. And so she got to keep some of her dignity. Like she didn't drop out for Biden, like Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, and a few others did, who even though they were ahead of Biden, dropped out before Super Tuesday. After Bernie had won the first 3 states. They're like, hey, Bernie's going to win if there's legitimate competition. We all need to drop out and endorse the 8th most popular candidate, Joe Biden. Okay. So let's get back to the story here. And then the Republican senator from Wyoming, Cynthia Lummis. I did a little bit of research on her before looking at this. She seems like an okay senator to me. Seems like she really likes to work on issues that matter and come up with solutions that make sense. So she seems like an okay politician to me. And Gillibrand's looking good too right now. And their reasoning, though, it's got to be ridiculous, right? Not at all. They make excellent points. So Kirsten Gillibrand's main thing is like, how are we going to charge capital gains on a kid that's playing a game? If somebody's just playing a game, how are we going to then be like, all right, give us your, capital gains on that Thetan Arena, $1,000 that you made. It's too much for kids. And then what Lummis was mainly concerned about was that it should be traded more like a commodity rather than a stock. And so there was a video on it. I watched the video. So here's a quote. So, we came up with a number of $600 just to start out with, but among the things that we're doing, is sharing the bill draft with a number of our constituents so we can get feedback. So this is just kind of the beginning of what they're doing, and that's what Lummis said. And they don't know if $600 is the right number. They think she said it should be probably higher due to inflation and other factors. And so this is not like owning a stock because you're not using, and then Gillibrand says this is not like using a stock because these people don't have a portfolio for computer online gaming. Imagine a kid owning some cryptocurrency in a game, and if it's worth $40, you don't need to be bringing that into a capital gains situation. And then Gensler, of course, chimed in this whole discussion saying that, he has no problem with this, essentially, just as long as they comply with the SEC and the exchanges, comply and register with the SEC. Now, they're saying that it shouldn't be the SEC that controls it. They also said that they think we should they think we should delay CBDCs, and they also went off about stable coins as well, saying that they should also not be heavily regulated, that it's required for the space to thrive and for innovation to grow. I mean, it's exactly what we want to hear, and so I'm really happy to hear that. And now for the 5th story. I'm just going to be quick on it. I am hearing this on most of the channels, but it is super cool. So Edward Snowden, he is famous for, during the Obama administration, he gave out documents that show that the United States had been spying illegally on its own people for years and years. I think at least since the Patriot Act, 2003 too. Whenever right after 9/11, they passed a law that ripped away all of our freedoms. That's whenever ripped away all of our privacy. This is a cat named Minnie. She's happy now. Okay, so let's get back to what I was just talking about. Oh yeah, so he and I remember they asked Obama like what he was gonna do. And he's he disappointed a lot of people on the left by saying that he was gonna still prosecute him to the furthest extent of the law. He said that the United States was going to give out that information eventually, but then he like looked down and smirked, kind of like a pro Snowden smirk, and he was like, but it did happen faster this way, and so but yeah, so he was apparently part of the development of Zcash. Zcash is a privacy token based in the so the developers of Zcash at the Denver-based Zero Coin Electric Coin Company, it's a mouthful, used cutting-edge math that allowed an individual to prove a truth, such as that they owned an amount of a cryptocurrency without even revealing what the truth was. So basically, it's just a privacy coin, and he was one of the 6 people that got a key, like one of the keys. So in some ceremony in 2016. So if you got to trust anybody, it's going to be Edward Snowden. Definitely looks great for Zcash. And I looked at Zcash's chart before I came here as well, and it's also looking stronger than most. So keep that on your radar. Now, that's how I first got into Jasmy. I realized it was like a privacy coin boom that was happening whenever I found out about Jasmy. And I was like, wait, this talks about privacy too. Am I getting in early? This is like a, $50,000 market cap. And so now let's get back to the end here. So that's really cool. And so like I was saying, this has been a total bloodbath of a week. I mean, the prices are just dumping everything by double digits, except for Ape Coin and a few others. The things that I sold Tron, the one thing that like didn't go down at all. It didn't go up, but it's hanging right above 6 cents. And so I did sell my Tron. I have most of my Tron money now sitting in stable coins. I put a little bit more in Phantom, but I think Phantom might go all the way down to 60 cents. I mean, that's like where its last real support is. And I mean, it's not looking good. I don't know what to do about Phantom. But this isn't about Phantom. I wanted to do a story on them, but we just do 5 things. And so I didn't really want to buy anything because of the crazy downtrend. But I did. I bought, and also I have no money. I have like no money. I had to pay all my bills with this last paycheck. So since I don't make a lot of money, I can't invest a lot every paycheck. But I do invest every single paycheck. And so I put a little bit into Polygon. I mean, it was down to like $1.15, and so or $1.07, something really low. $1.07, yeah, it was $1.07, and so I bought just $20 worth of that, just because it was so low. And also I do those crypto.com missions, and so I did the crypto.com mission and got my little crystals or whatever they are, and I'm saving those up. So that is what is going on with what I bought and sold. I did also actually buy a Vechain arena character that back in the day was worth like $500 or $600 at least whenever I was playing it, after the price had already crashed once. Now it's worth like $120. Now I only used in-game currency, so for me it was just my time playing the game. But yeah, it's really cool. So definitely looking at Vechain arena. And so now to just wrap it up, kind of give a little my thoughts on where the market's going. So all the technicals are showing down, and all of the crypto YouTubers are agreeing that it's headed down. Some are saying that we are in like a real bear market, or the true bear market, which basically means it's, I think what they mean when they say like true bear market is a crypto winter, which basically means just the price doesn't really go up for an extended amount of time and then relatively low price volatility. And I don't think that, I think we are in a bear market based on any definition I found, which falls by more than 20% is considered a bear market. A sustained period of downward price action where people sell with intending to buy back in at lower prices was another definition. So we're definitely in a bear market, no doubt about that. I don't think we're in the crypto winter yet. I do think we are still on the macro, not ultra macro bull trend, but the on this particular bull run, the 2020 bull run. I think in 2022 there is going to be another leg up. I think there's still going to be that leg in either May or June. And some hopium is, hey, everybody thinks it's going to go down, so that's our best indicator that it's going to go up. So I don't put too much stock in that. But the fear is really high. But whenever you're going up, then yeah, the fear is a great time to buy. But when you're going down, probably the greed's a good time to sell rather than the fear being a good time to buy. But dollar cost, if you were buying high, might as well buy it now that it's significantly lower. It's a good time to dollar cost average in into strong projects. If you have money, dollar cost average in, now's a good time. That would be my suggestion. But don't invest more than you could afford to lose, or you'll end up like me, making YouTube videos and learning about crypto all the time. All the time. It's what I do. I work, I eat, I sleep, and I learn about crypto. And while I'm sleeping, while I'm working, while I'm eating, I'm learning about crypto. So it's all the time, nonstop, because this is the future, I believe. And so all you lovers and all you loners out there, I hope you have the best week of your life. Some videos that I have planned coming really soon. I have one on Doge. There's an aspect of Doge that I've just used my brain to figure out that nobody talks about, but I'm pretty sure it's why Elon's so into it. Because Elon always has, something else going on. It's not just a meme coin. It has some special things in its tokenomics that I find very interesting that nobody talks about. And also a video on interoperability. And so I hope to see you soon in those videos. I'm still working on getting the screen capturing software. Like I said, I could not afford it on this paycheck, but I will on the next paycheck. And I'll also be able to invest more in crypto on my next paycheck as well. And I will tell you all about it very, very soon. So have a beautiful week, beautiful night, beautiful year. And you're a beautiful person, each and every one of you.